Welcome to all you Metal Gear Solid fans out there. This time what I have in front of you to review is the re-released Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Naked Snake, Tiger Stripe, Medicom Real Action Hero 1/6 scale figure. This is the re-release, and I'm really glad I waited for the re-release of these figures to pick them up for retail price. I mean, these figures were going for an incredible amount of money on eBay after their the first release. I mean, they released them in two sets. I mean they're very limited. I think they're 500, or I'm not sure how many they made. Very limited. But they released a few first in 2005, 2006, and then they stopped, and then they're re-releasing the rest of the figures now. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I read in some of the forums. But I am so glad I waited to get these figures for the retail price. So here's the box. I mean, it's pretty much the same as the zombie snake or the the square camouflage. I mean, it's just different, a little bit different colors. But as you can see, the beautiful artwork yet again of Yoshi Shinkawa, totally involved with the design of this cover box. I mean, the box looks fantastic. It feels great. I mean, it smells so good, like brand new. It's great. But look at that artwork. I mean, fantastic, man. It was crazy seeing him during the Peace Walker sign-in. I mean, he was not there in New York, where I went to New York. But I saw a couple of the sign-in videos on YouTube when he was in Paris and all that. And he was actually sketching, signing the people's pieces of paper, and he was sketching the snake's face in there real quick and signing his name. It was unbelievable. I mean, he's such a gifted artist. It is incredible. So as you can see, look at this face. I mean, that looks fantastic. The artwork that this guy produces is unbelievable. And yes, the creative staff, supervisor Hideo Kojima and Yoshi Shinkawa. I mean, it's so awesome to know that these guys were involved, totally involved with the project of these figures. I mean, oh man, if you're looking for an incredible figures to represent the Metal Gear Solid sagas, I mean, these figures are just, I mean, they're just incredible. So as you can see, this just shows you warning signs. I mean, choking hazards. I mean, this figure are not toys, guys. So remember that. Don't keep them in the reach of children, because they have small parts and they can choke and all that. But I mean, it's the price. I mean, they're very expensive figures. You don't want to leave them in the reach of children. As you can see, it's beautiful artwork here, continues all around this box. I mean, you can see these trees here. I mean, it looks fantastic. It's like a green camouflage. I mean, wow. Look at the water here effect. I mean, it looks unreal. Okay, once you open your flap here, it's got the little Velcro there. Once you open it up, it reveals the figure here on his display window. It looks fantastic, but you know, we're gonna take all that out and show you that in close detail. But I just want to show you inside the packaging box. I mean, it's pretty much the same as the zombie snake, the same design, just a little bit different colors, and it shows you just all the detail and what the figure brings and all that. Original physique is realized by the newly developed muscle part for Snake. I mean, I think they changed a little bit of the body style from the first release figures. Could be wrong, but that's what it says right there. So it just brings you pretty much details of everything it brings. His hand, the interchangeable hands, the stubble harness, the CQC knife, etc., etc. All the stuff that's in there. And you get a nice preview of the figure looking pretty badass. I mean, a little stiff then, but we're gonna take care of that in just a little bit. So stay tuned, guys. There's no better feeling in the world as a collector, as a high-end collector, than to unbox figures. I mean, bear with my excitement, guys. Oh man, this looks so awesome. I mean, especially if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, I mean, you would appreciate this 100%. I mean, in the box, it looked pretty stiff there inside through the window, the display window. But I mean, I just fixed his collar a little bit and give him just a quick post, just to oh man, oh my god, this looks so great. I mean, that looks fantastic. So out of the box, you get your figure there looking so kick-ass, just with a quick pose. I mean, I don't even want to move that. I want to put that in my display cabinet and it's done. But I'll show you that in complete detail in a little bit. But you get your figure looking just amazing. You get your standard Medicom translucent stand. It looks great. You get your M19 11A1 pistol with the removable suppressor. and you get the 3 hands, including the 2 the fist hands that he has there. Pretty much the same as the square camouflage, the zombie snake. You get your 5 hands to get those amazing CQC techniques that Snake uses in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Unreal. We'll start the review here with the head sculpt. I mean, that looks like Snake right there. I mean, it's a little bit kind of, I mean, white. I mean, compared to the, I mean, very, very pale. I would like to see a little bit of more shading or a little bit more imperfections on, I mean, just a little bit of touch of, you know, darkened texturing on the skin. But I mean, it looks fantastic. That's Snake's complexion right there. I mean, he's got his sexy blue eyes here going on. I mean, the beautiful, beautiful bandana. The iconic bandana that Snake wears. I mean, it's so iconic. It's such a trademark of Snake. You can see his goatee, his beard. I mean, very, very nicely painted there. This is all plastic, all sculpted. Looks really, really awesome. The hair looks just kick-ass. I love the little hair that comes, you know, right above the bandana here. Very, very artsy. Very, very nice. As you can see here, all sculpted hair. You get this bandana. It's plastic, but you can pose it a little bit. I mean, just you know, side to side here. You know, just with that effect that is, you know, just blowing in the wind there. Looks pretty badass. I mean, I love this sculpt. I mean, it's just wow. I mean, that's Snake right there, 100%. Looks pretty kick-ass. The articulation in the figure, I mean, it's the same, pretty much the same as the square camouflage. I mean, the zombie Snake. I covered that up, but I'm gonna just refresh it here. Give you a quick refresh on the articulation on these figures. I mean, it's, you know, the arms go up and down. I mean, it's really stiff right now because I mean, it's just, I mean, when it comes out of the box, and it's really nice because usually these figures, once you play with them for a while, they lose. I mean, the joints get really loose, and I mean, you don't want that. But I mean, I'm just gonna go through a quick just demonstration. I mean, up and down. It turns. Be real careful, guys. You don't want to break anything. I mean, if you break something here, I mean, you'll cry for sure. So I mean, you know, it's really stiff. The joints are really stiff, so I'm not going to move it too much, but you get the idea. I mean, it's got 36 points of articulation. I mean, you can pretty much obtain any pose you want that Snake gets in the game. So you can see there the fist move, just like this. The torso has some movement. You can see it move there. You can forward it. You know, put forward motion here. It twists, as you can see there on the waist. So you get the shoulders move, the elbows bend right here. You can see it bend there. Really, really cool. On the legs, I mean, you can pull the like what I call the running man. It has a circular motion here on the legs, so you can give it some good poses. The running man, I mean, this is really, really stiff right now, guys, out of the packaging, so I got to be real careful. But you can see, you can go. I'm just gonna try to get everything loose here. Warmed up. I'm gonna get a Snake warmed up here for some exercise. But it's pretty much the same. The knees bend right over here. I strongly emphasize, be real careful. I mean, don't try to pull some crazy stunts or poses. I mean, if this breaks, I mean, you'll be really upset. And you can see the boots here. They move side to side. The knees there. Pretty cool. I mean, the same articulation as the square or zombie Snake figure.